important to like add self-care in the midst of my activism.
Don't shoot.
The world requires so much of us, and we need to like make sure we're like putting ourselves first too. I just witnessed something so traumatic that like no kid should have witnessed. Mike Brown, a black man, was shot and killed by a police officer, white officer. Like, it just wasn't right. It saddened and it broke my heart, but it just made me feel less alone in a sense, because everybody's dealing with something in some way, shape, or form in their lives. It made me fight harder.
No lives don't matter until Black lives matter.
When I was battling with myself with like mental health issues so severely, it was just very hard for me. I couldn't see my way out. I was self-harm and I was like thinking of suicidal thoughts. And I thought, like, do I want to like continue to live my life the way it is in misery and pain and suffering? Or do I like want to turn this around for something good to like help somebody else possibly? When people stumble across Cheetah, the main response I get is, wow, like, I didn't know Black people went through this. The traumas that we faced, just because we don't always openly express it, doesn't mean it doesn't affect us. Even if it's just sharing your own story, it's like a testament of like how far you come and like just your strength. As an activist, it's very important to protect my mental health. So here are 5 tools to like help somebody who's struggling, like to figure out what route to go and how to navigate through this thing called life. It's important to take time to reflect for yourself. Sometimes we don't take time to like embrace what is and like actually sit in that moment. The next thing is do something other than activism at least once a week. We get so caught up in the activism world that we forget about ourselves. Running, doing push-ups, like something to occupy your mind. Unplug, you know, whether it's unplugging for an hour or 2, the whole day. Take time out to unplug. And we get so caught up in social media, but it's so important to take that time out for ourselves. Self-care is just not selfish at all, and that's what I'm learning as well for myself. If you need help, it's okay to seek help for yourself, because it's a lot of people who are suffering silently, because I think things just build up like over time and you just get so overwhelmed and like it seems almost impossible to see your way through. Actually, it takes an immense amount of strength to be like, oh, I need help. It takes a lot of bravery and courage in the world that we live in today to actually take the initiative and take control of your life, essentially. God, I cannot stress this enough. Be kind to yourself. It's so important to just be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself can be as simple as positive affirmations. I am beautiful. I am worthy. Like, I matter. I am somebody. Just celebrating the little successes is what really counts. And I feel like how you look at self-care is way different than how somebody else looks at self-care. But it's so important to just really take that time out for yourself and just celebrate yourself and just be kind, be gentle with yourself.